All right, so here she is, and let's go ahead and get started restoring this thing. We're going to start with the pedals. Okay, so here's the new pedals, the Shimano's POGR-600s. I love these pedals, so I'm going to put a little bit of grease on the threads, just a little bit. And go ahead and just wipe that in. And what that does is that allows this to not get fused inside the crank arms. And remember, this side is, the left side pedals are reverse thread. So they actually tighten counterclockwise. All right, next let's take this seat off. This thing is a torture rack, so let's see how the GRM seat looks. All right, so now that we've got the pedals and the seat done, we're going to replace the handlebar, the stem, the riser, everything on this. But in order to do that, we also have to take care of the brakes, and we're going to be switching from these horrible twist shifts to the EF41 Shimano trigger shifters that have the integrated brake. So what we need to do is remove all this, and you can see here's the handlebar that we're going to be putting on. You can see that it's quite a bit wider on the ends here, but this is 720 millimeters, so I'm not sure what this is. This is probably 680-ish, something like that, if I had to guess. But we can't reuse any of this stuff. We wouldn't anyway, because the cables are frayed and they're in horrible shape. But if we wanted to reuse it, you couldn't, because going to a much wider stem, you don't have enough play here to do that. So this will show you, you know, how we're going to do all that. So, okay, so before we cut these, I want to just explain real fast. In the United States, the left side deals with the front systems. So you've got the front brake here, and you've got the front derailleur here on the shifter. And then on the right side, you have the rear brake, and you have the rear derailleur that runs through the 7 speeds at the back. So just remember that. I guess you could set it up however you want, but that's traditionally the way it's done. That's what I've been used to always riding, so I'm going to keep it that way. And that way, knowing that, we can just cut this, and we don't have to worry about just yanking all this stuff out, because we know where it we know where it goes when we start to put it back together. So let's start by cutting this, and then we'll work on getting the handlebars and the headset out and everything else. Now that we got all the cables cut, everything's free from the derailleurs, the front and rear derailleurs, the front and rear brakes. I'm just going to leave these on here until I get the handlebars off. We're going to go ahead and take the handlebars off as one unit because we're not reusing any of this. So let's go ahead and do that. And it just all comes off as a set. All right, wow, that makes a lot of difference. This thing really looks much better. I know it will perform better, but I think this video is getting pretty long, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here and continue to film and get the, I've got a lot more to do with the cable routing and the tires and the tubes. I wanna show you guys how I do all that. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe if you think it was interesting. Got a lot more videos planned, some stuff on the Turbo Honda Accord, and just a bunch of other things. So, you know, stay tuned for that. And hopefully I'll get the rest of this series up in the next couple days. Thanks for watching. See ya.